Hello everyone, my Filipino friends. Yes, I wanted to start this video, and I saw how in the background my dog just looks out the window at this whole rain outside the window. With sadness and longing, because walking in the rain is, well, such a thing, you know. The grass is wet, the dog is wet, in short, and that's it. Well, let's start with what I wanted to talk to you about today. As you know, friends, I love the Philippines very much. I constantly go there every year. The last time I was in Cebu, I was there for 3 months. I lived an ordinary life, not as a tourist, yes, who came there. And money is thrown left and right. He eats, drinks, lies somewhere on the beaches, in short, well, that's all. No, I'm not interested in such things, by the way, friends, lately. Well, here I am going to the Philippines, to change the picture in front of my eyes, to finally see my Filipino girlfriend. And I just like the Philippines, that's all. There is no special explanation, I just like it and that's it. And you know, I like to talk with you there, to discuss, to talk about such really ordinary topics, yes. On some everyday topics, absolutely, yes, not about beaches, yes, not about there, not about that's all. Since for some time, yes, I lived in the Philippines just an ordinary life, yes, that is, I rented a house. Went to the supermarket, packed my refrigerator with food, and cooked meat there myself. And that's it. And yes, of course, sometimes I went to cafes, restaurants. Why don't you stay at home all the time, right? Yes. Here. Moreover, this is how I came to another country, yes, to the Philippines, although I have already traveled there more than once. Anyway, I'm interested in taking a walk somewhere, seeing something, and all that sort of stuff. And, you know, I began to notice such a simple thing, absolutely every day, than people here in Russia are similar to people there in the Philippines. Now I'll explain what it is. So, when I lived an ordinary life in the Philippines, I'm like an observant person, yes, despite the fact that I'm wearing glasses. You don't think that I'm wearing glasses, so I can't see anything. No. Let's say I went to a cafe in the evening someday, let's say to eat, don't want to cook at home. Yes, I just don't want to. So I went to some cafe there, to some restaurant, and on a certain day I see, you know, a lot of people standing at ATMs and I'm like, wow. And why are there so many people at the ATM today? For me, my Filipino says, how is today like payday? I'm like, oh well, I understand. I've heard before that they say about my country, that some Russians like to take a walk there. You know, yes, there is such a thing in fact, yes, here too, on payday, people get paid and that's it. Especially if it falls on a Friday, then it's like there's no stopping people. They take money and go to cafes, to some restaurants, eat, drink, chat. It can be very loud and all that stuff. So, when I was in the Philippines, yes, I noticed this thing too, that people there are also on payday, yes. Having received a salary, yes. Well, I'm not talking about all the people, yes, but this is what I saw, right? They go to a cafe, they also like to drink, they like to eat well, so it's just good. Yes, here they love these chicken legs or something in breadcrumbs, that's all. That is, and now they order a lot, you know, I sometimes think like this. Guys, are you walking for the whole salary today? That's when I'm with you. All right, jokes aside. In fact, yes, there is such a thing, even in Russia. A person received a salary and ran so happy to cafes, to restaurants. Called friends there too, and all this stuff. And there is quite a lot of money, you know, left in such establishments, restaurants. Here. And then the rest until the next salary, yes, until the next, let's say, advance. Now they are already starting to count the money. That is, how much money I have left, and I still need to pay for utilities there, and there. And these are all my usual household expenses, to buy food every day, there is milk, bread, cheese, sausage. And this is the whole story of eggs there. So they seem to be already starting to count folders, which is, well, something like that. Russians are very similar in this respect. Yes, they are very similar, yes, I think, probably. Not only Russian, Filipinos in general, in absolutely, probably, everyone loves every country. Everyone loves payday. And by the way, it's not payday yet, it's just coffee. Coffee, friends, do not think that this is a payday. It's just coffee on this rainy day. So unpleasant. Yes, I just went for a walk with my dog. Well, that's it in short. Soaked, but what can I do? By the way, I also like the fact that Filipinos keep a lot of dogs in general. That is, they are even in shopping malls. Yes, I even made a video about it somewhere, which I was very surprised. We don't have this in Russia. But in the Philippines, dogs please, you can go to the mall with a dog, yes, put on a diaper at some point, almost like a baby, you know. But I also saw that Filipinos even seem to be in baby strollers. Yes, they carry a dog, yes, when I was walking. A couple was walking in front of me, not walking with a stroller. I was coming from behind when I started to overtake them. I thought there was a child there, yes, in a stroller, and when I suddenly looked at something there, I became interested. And there the dog barked at me. I was like, whoa, what is it? Well, in short, that's it. That's not what it looks like in our country. Yes, you can't have dogs in our shopping centers. That is, they immediately say no, sorry my friend, goodbye, you can't have a dog. And in the Philippines, please, this is different. What it looks like is that when the payday starts, it's like the Russians, that the Filipinos take the salary and go to the cafe. As they say, walk to the melt, to the last. In short, and then count the money to paycheck. Yes, I like to talk about such everyday things, right? Not about beaches, not about palm trees. Although it's all great, fine. I just really like Filipino churches, it's just amazing. I also constantly went there somewhere to make videos, shoot something. Well, in general, I liked it. Somewhere on my channel, these are videos about churches. Here. Well, in general, guys, that's something like that.